My name is Jean-Luc Saman. I'm from France, from a French background as well as a Syrian background through my father. And I've been working on the Middle East for the past 15 years. Well, to understand Hamas and its political, military activities, we need to go back in history. Hamas was created in 1987. It was created in Gaza. So you have, in terms of Palestinian territories, the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Hamas was an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood. So the Muslim Brotherhood until 1987 were mostly focusing on social, economic activities to the benefit of the Palestinian population. And in 1987, you had what we call the First Intifada, where Palestinians took to the streets and expressed their discontent against the Israeli occupation. Hamas was born in that time, and the idea was that it would be a resistance movement against the Israeli occupation. That was 1987. Then Hamas evolved, and in the 90s, when you had the Israelis and the Palestinian Authority of Yasser Arafat starting to make progress on the peace negotiations that were supposed to eventually lead to the creation of a Palestinian state, what we call the Oslo peace process. Hamas opposed that process. Hamas didn't want to recognize Israel, and as a result started launching major operations, the kamikaze operations that were targeting civilians in Israel, in buses, schools, and so on. In 2006, Hamas took power inside Gaza through an election. Fatah, which is the initial organization of Yasser Arafat and Mahmoud Abbas, and within the Palestinian Liberation Organization. The PLO, after the 2006 election, was suddenly no longer the sole leadership for the Palestinian population. So there was a struggle, competition between the PLO and Hamas. A year after the election, the PLO was kicked out of the Gaza Strip. So that's the reason why Hamas is today the main political actor inside Gaza since 2006. It is in charge of the governance of Gaza, but at the same time, Hamas never abandoned its military action against Israel. In the past years, it was mostly through what we would call rocket attacks. Rockets that would be fired from Gaza on Israeli cities. So starting first in the southern cities of Israel, but because the rockets got better in terms of their range, Hamas started also targeting cities such as Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. There is a political dimension as well as a strategic, military, let's say extremely violent activity behind Hamas.